Okay there, folks. This is out later than it should have been. I couldn't get it through processing in time because I'm imagining everybody was trying to upload and probably YouTube favours the big stations and what have you. I don't know. I did the video earlier to get up for 10:15. The Holly statement video, the reaction. I can do that because, as you know, I've got no graphics, no music, no editing, no nothing. But it was rushed and it wasn't great. So it's given me a chance to re-record it and slow down a little bit. I know I do talk too quickly and address the issues properly. For me, it was just fake. Everything in it was fake. The tears were fake. And the bit that really got to me was when she needed the Josie hug at the end. It was cringeworthy. It reminded me of the day that she gave Philip the hug. You know, the day he came out, the day that she's never been as proud of him. She's not that proud now though, is she, eh? I mean, what the hug's all about is absolutely beyond me. It's like she's been persecuted. She's not the guilty or injured party. Well, she probably is guilty of a lot more than she's letting on. But I'll just go through a few of the points that she made. I need the bins on for this because I've wrote it and I can't. She said many feel troubled and let down through the whole scenario. They probably do. She said we're all full of questions. Well, we probably are, Holly, but a lot of them are to be asked to you. Let's see if you address any in the next couple of minutes of your groundbreaking statement. I thought to myself, I'll bet you don't. And guess what? I was right again. You touched on absolutely nothing that was relevant, nothing that meant anything. A complete and utter cop-out. She worries about the health and well-being of everyone. Just a general everyone. No mention of the boy, or if there's boy or boys involved. No mention of them at all. That's the only one that we really have to worry about regarding the health. Obviously, it's upsetting for Mr. Schofield if he's as bad as he says he is. Although, as I say, doing those two interviews with the press and the BBC make me think he's not quite as bad as he's saying. We obviously feel bad for his daughters and his wife. Of course we do. We're proper normal human beings. Of course we feel bad. But we feel more bad that we've been let down. And then since then, things have been stage managed by first Schofield, by then Frizzell, and by now Willoughby. Completely stage managed. She thanks everyone for the kind messages from her heart. That'll be a few followers that buy her books and buy crystals and all that palaver. I'm not one of us I'm not going to be sending kind messages to her. And then, as I say, the hug at the end, it was just vomit-inducing. It really, really was. Like she's been through loads and like her life has changed and it's been awful. Holly, I'm pretty sure you've been complicit with it. The fact that you answered no questions, you gave no answers at all, makes me think it even more. It really, really does. Here's a few of the questions I would like to have answered without being asked the questions, just to have come up with some answers. I'd like to have heard from her when she actually knew he was gay. How long before the big reveal? Was it months? Was it a few years? Number 2, had she asked him about the affair before or after the day that he did his big reveal with her? Because obviously if she asked him before about the affair, then why on earth would she go ahead with the reveal? Why on earth? Unless it was because she could still see it was a great ship to be on, there was still money to be earned and they could both get a book on the back of the reveal, which I think they both did that same year. I'd also ask, question 3, what did that boy say to you on the night of the awards, the soap awards? I think it was a week or a month before you did the big reveal on the couch there. What did he say to you? Whether he said they had an affair or not, or that they were he's really down because the way Philip's been treating him or whatever else, you will guess that from that they were closer than just friends. What did he say to you? And if he mentioned the affair or anything else, why on earth would you go ahead with the reveal? If he mentioned the affair and you asked Scof, was it true? And Scof said no, still, why would you go ahead with the reveal? As I say, the old adage, there's no smoke without fire, is apt in most instances, and it obviously was here. And if he said anything to you that made you concerned, why on earth did you not go to the bosses to ask what their thoughts were? Or to all the people that worked on the show? It was common knowledge about the affair. Everybody and the dog knew. Do you really want us to believe, Holly, that you who sat next to him day after day, who holidayed with him, who went with him at weekends, who spent time with him at weekends, whose families got together 2 or 3 times on a yearly basis. Do you really expect us to know that? You knew nothing, but everybody else did. I just find it hard to believe, Ollie. I really, really do. And if you didn't know and you just had some doubts, surely you should have dug deeper and got to the bottom of things. Surely you shouldn't have been doing a reveal on TV saying that the day he came out was the day you were most proud of him. Didn't take you long to change that tack, did it? Where are we from here? Not much left now. Did you not think it was wrong, Ollie, to meet with Philip and his people to discuss what would be the best day to stage the big reveal that none of us knew about? Wouldn't it have been a lot better if he'd have, well, this is down to him, I suppose, one night rung you up, or one morning said, Holly, we're not in today, but I'd like you to come in. I've got an announcement. I need to tell some people some things. I'd like you to be there with me. I don't want to bottle it up any longer. Bump and do that. But to actually go and discuss it in a restaurant, which would be the best day to do it to the public, smacks of, well, it's just not very nice. It leaves a sour taste. And the fact that you probably rehearsed all the things, it went very well. I'm sure you rehearsed it beforehand. It's just sad. And then just a couple of other things. I mean, you never ever told his wife. You know, you were friends for 10, 15 years. As I say, you holidayed together, you ate together, you thought she was a wonderful woman, you loved his daughters, but you never said anything. I know it suited you to say nothing because the longer it was till she found out, the longer the ship could run, the longer you could all learn, the longer you could stay in the limelight. As I say, I've asked if the boot was on the other foot. As I say, if it was your Dan, your other squeaky clean half, if he decided 2 or 3 years ago that he were gay, and he decided to come out live on air, and Mrs. Schofield happened to be with him, and she said to the nation that she was so proud of your Dan that day that he come out that was telling his own truth, and if she offered him a shoulder and put her arm around him, how would you have felt knowing that she might have known for 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years about your fella coming out as gay, but not told you? Somebody, as I said, that you've been on holiday for year after year and ate Sunday lunches with. How would you have felt? And the last thing, Ollie, this is the last thing I would suggest that you mention it. What kind of person do you think you are? How good do you think you are as a friend? You told nobody nothing. You said nothing. You didn't dig deep. You carried on even after the big gay reveal because you were earning, and then as soon as the waters got a bit choppy, bump, you stabbed him in the back. How would you rate yourself as a friend? Would you want a friend like you? I just hope that some of these questions, ladies and gents, I hope some of these questions get asked somewhere, and I hope somehow some of them get answered by squeaky clean Holly. Because what I would hate is for her to trundle off to the BBC because she can't stand the pressure at ITV and because she feels she's been let down by the bosses and by old Philip himself. I would hope that she'd answer these questions before she gets to the Beeb and on a probably even more lucrative contract. Because if the proper answers to the proper questions, like she said, we'll all have questions. Well, she's right. She's answered none of them, as I say. But if the questions that we all have for her got answered in the coming weeks or months, she wouldn't be at ITV for that long, and I'm certain she won't get a BBC contract. I think she'd be out the door like old Scove. I really do. Just a disappointing statement today. Really, really disappointing. I expected it to be poor. I didn't think it would be that poor. She skirted on nothing. She touched nothing. She told us nothing. But, Holly, the fake tears were lovely. The hug at the end, that was the cherry on the top of the cake, lovey. Well done, well done. How sad.